Hello, hello. I am back with another journal to share with you. I hope everybody is doing well. I just thought I would share a flip through with you of the next journal that's going up on the Etsy store probably today. This is themed after a haberdasher. So this is a haberdasher's handbook or sample book. For those that might not know what a haberdasher is, they were people that sold sewing notions. And it's kind of a term that's not really used anymore, but they sold ribbons and trims and laces and thread and needles and anything that you would need to sew with. So that's this book. It's the Haberdasher's Handbook. And on the front cover, we have a little muslin pocket with some lace trim, little old button holding on some tea-dyed muslin and some cheesecloth. This is my shop name here on a satin ribbon held with a little garment pin. There is a button card and an advertisement for sewing machine oil there. On the spine, we have some more crocheted ribbon trims with a little shipping tag with some beads sewn on. And then these two little spools, I believe this one is silk thread and this one is cotton. They are both about 100 years old, and I got them from a dear, dear friend of mine who has so much stuff, guys. She is opening up an Etsy store, and those of you that make journals are gonna go crazy because she's got some incredible things. Her name is Mary, and as soon as she gets her store up and running with some items listed, I will link you guys over to her. She's fabulous, fabulous. So just wanted to let you know about that. This book is covered in like an upholstery fabric that is made to look like weathered leather, but it's soft like suede. So I thought, what a cool fabric that is. So as you can see on the edges of some of the pages, there are lace, little crocheted lace trims. That is how this haberdasher kept his samples. So this was a book that he could take with him or her and write notes in and show samples to his customers of the kinds of trims that he uses or she uses. It is closed with a simple seam binder's ribbon that has been stained. And then on the inside covers are covered in a stained muslin. So the inside of the book is all with this stained muslin. On the inside first cover, there's a little pocket here in the corner that's been sewn, and it holds a card with some thread on it and also a layered shipping tag with an advertisement sewn on. There's a lot of sewing done in this book. So let me lay this down, trying to get a good vantage point, try to stay in frame for you. So on this page, there's a button card, and a lot of the ephemera is going to be held on by these little cute coat hanger things. I think they're Tim Holtz. They're so cute. So I found those. I was like, yep, gotta have those. So in they went. And then the pattern paper is going to be sewing themed. There's going to be some advertisements and of course the trims sewn on the pages. There's going to be pages from a sewing pattern, some notebook paper. Here's a journaling card in a tuck spot. I'm going to skip through some of the blank pages. I won't bore you with those. Here's another one of those shipping tags that's been all layered up with different sewing themed pieces. It's got some instructions on how to hand sew a buttonhole and just random things that I thought would be cool layered up there. And blank pages. There's a journaling card, and here is another one of those button cards. The buttons are vintage as well. I have a collection of them. It's a problem. I admit it. And I have a mason jar that's filled with, and I'm sure there's a lot of you people out there that have mason jars filled with buttons that you got from like great-great-grandma. And so some of these buttons are wicked old. So who knows what they are, but I thought some interesting buttons sewn on that card would be a neat thing to have in here. So in it went. There's another thread card and some more trim sewn on. Another journaling card. Some blank pages, of course. Some graph paper and ledger paper. There's a little tuck spot on this side of the policy envelope, and here is, in one side, this little book that's made from some sewing pattern pieces, and it's got some tea stained paper in there, so I stuck that in there. So an extra little notebook. There's 2 little notebooks in this book. This side is closed with the clasp, and hold on, sorry. And more blank pages, pattern pages, notebook pages, another journaling card with a dress stand. There's another button card. There's an old advertisement with some more trim sewn on there. Like I said, I think there's about 125, 130 pages, so lots of room in this one to journal or add your own little goodies to, especially if you are a sewing person. Like I don't sew a whole lot. I used to, not so much anymore, but most of my sewing is done like this on paper. So my sewing machine sees more paper than it does fabric, but that's okay. There's another journaling card. Here is another little booklet that I made, and this is made to look like a little needle book where you'd keep your needles in. I did not put any needles in this book. Of course, I'm sure you all realize that these books are not made for small children, because there are little pieces that they could fall off, and little pieces that little kids should not have. But I would not put needles in here just because I figured if somebody wanted needles in their book, they could put needles in their book. There's a stamped piece of correspondence there. A sewing machine advertisement from the turn of the last century, and some more trim. The journaling card. Some more random tea-stained papers in there. And some more of these clips. In the back, there's a muslin little bag, and it has some little yardstick measuring tapes in the bag. But there's lots and lots of room if you want to put something else in there. And anyway, there's again on the back, there's more muslin covered here with the trim. I'll adhere to the side. So every page has a different kind of trim on it, keeping to that theme of the Haberdasher sample or handbook. So anyway, that's this one. I hope you all enjoyed it. And like I said, it'll be going up on the Etsy store soon. I spent a lot of time on this one. I really took my time. I had some fun with this one because I enjoyed the theme a lot. So I hope you enjoyed it too. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. And I will catch you all next time. Thanks for watching.